Welcome everyone to a big announcement today, introducing the Halkyon Thinkers Guild today, something I've been working on in the background for the past several months actually. So I've been building a website and I've been also thinking about what to do about our current situation in terms of where philosophy is, where thinking is, where is poetry, where can thinkers find a place, where can poets find a place, where can true artists find a place. And the word or the name Halkyon has been with me for more than 10 years since I started reading with Ivo de Gennaro. Nietzsche in Bolzano. Nietzsche speaks very often about the mythical bird of the Halcyon bird. So I'm quoting from Nietzsche from Beyond Good and Evil, that which is really noble in a work or a human being is the moment when their sea is smooth and they have found halcyon self-sufficiency. This is what I'd like the Halkyon Thinkers Guild to be, a place of self-sufficiency for artists, philosophers, thinkers, forecasters, and sense makers, poets, musicians, everyone who is creatively engaged and trying to make sense of this world, of this epoch, of this time in which we're in, without any gatekeeping, an open access platform. The Halkyon bird is a tiny little ice bird which breeds with great clemency during a period of 2 weeks when the ocean is still, and even though tempest and chaos are already announcing themselves again, that little ice bird, the Halkyon, is actually capable of withstanding those coming horrors and remains calm and focused and looks ahead to spring and summer. So the Halkyon Thinkers Guild will be what it exactly will be, we shall see over the next years. But for now, what I envision it to be is, first of all, on a personal level, for me, I've been an editor. I've had a very successful blog in Germany. I've worked for Vice. I've worked for television. So I'm bringing all of these, and I'm a philosopher. I have a PhD in philosophy. I write poetry. I make music as my alter ego, John Woollwar. I'm bringing all of this together here. I've got a great network with artists all over the world and with poets and philosophers. So I'm trying to bring, or I am bringing all of these people together and all of my talents together. So I will be the editor-in-chief of the Halkyon Yearbook for Philosophia, Poiesis and Art. The first essay that we'll publish will be by Professor Max Gottschlich on the philosophy of nature by Hegel. Then in a month's time, I will publish an essay on aesthetics as the root of ethics by my friend, painter and philosopher Sean Burke. So that will be the yearbook where we will have monthly publications. And I've also put on the website, which you'll find a link below, my academy, because I've been building together with Justin Murphy, for example. We've got a course on Heidegger and Deleuze on technology, but I'm also currently putting together several online courses that will then be available on teachable.com. So it'll be also gathered there on the Halkyon Thinkers Guild website. So it'll be an academy as well, an online academy with online philosophy courses, and ideally also courses in some time in the future on painting, on poetry, on literature, and anything that helps us to self-develop and grow in a proper way, in a way that it's completely free from instrumental rationality. So, besides the membership in yearbook and academy, there's also philosophical practice. Something I've been doing now for the better part of a year is that I've been working as a practical philosopher, which means that I've welcomed guests. I do have private students I've had for 4 years. Many of them have been with me for 3.5, 4 years now, with whom I read Heidegger and Hegel and Kant and Nietzsche and Greek philosophy and the early modern philosophy. like Descartes and the British empiricists, etc. But I also have now started to be a practical philosopher, which means I welcome guests to a space and we discuss existential problems. So that will be part of the Halkyon Thinkers Guild as well. And of course, events. I run an event in London, which is called Dead Philosophers Club, which is a public philosophy event. And my friend Leszek Staleski, who's also a member of the Halkyon Thinkers Guild, and we put together, and Leszek did the most work here, put together a conference in Berlin last year, and we're putting something together now for June and presumably also for the fall. So we will have all kinds of events that I'm involved in, and then people are involved in that I'm in the same circles will be up on that website too. My vision for it is that this will be a guild in the true sense of the word. Guilds were how scholars organized 1,000 years ago. Scholars organized in guilds, and out of those guilds, the Università di Bologna, Université de Paris, and Oxford University originated. The first university in the world, Bologna, originated from out of a guild of scholars. And we are, of course, in a situation where it is questionable whether universities are still the place for proper otium cum dignitate and for proper self-development and self-growth, or whether perhaps it's necessary to find new spaces, new places, new ways of engaging with the wisdom of the world and with finding again origin, to no longer be cut off from being. And this is what I envision the Halkyon Thinkers Guild to be. It's very open in the sense of what it could look like in a couple of years. But if you're interested, please just send me an email or reach down to me on the contact form on the website. If you'd like to be a member, if you'd like to support us, what I envision absolutely is that we will find patronage such that it's possible to have a building somewhere where this guild can actually have a physical space to itself with a library that requires patronage. So if there's anyone who wishes to support such an idea, to plant a seed for the next century, for this century and the next centuries to come, then please reach out to me. It would be wonderful, amazing to get this kind of support. But any kind of support is really welcomed. And if you'd like to be a member, if you're creatively engaged, etc., please reach out to me and we can have a conversation about what it is that you do, what it is that you are after in your thought and in your poetry, in your art. And if there's a good fit, then I'm sure that you can become a member of the guild. There's already people. I've asked Andrew Taggart, I've asked Davud Gosli, I've asked Max Gottschlich, my sister Tina Niederhauser, also a philosopher, Leszek Staleski, a very talented writer, and others are members for now. And I hope, of course, to grow this and cultivate this project. So in terms of, again, to come back to the Halkyon, let's read again what Nietzsche says in the case of Wagner. We Halkyonians are devoted to light feet, wit, fire, grave, grand logic, stellar dancing, wanton intellectuality, the vibrating light of the south, the calm sea, perfection. So this is what the Halkyon Thinkers Guild, I think, aspires to be. It aspires to be a place for thinkers, poets, artists, people who are radically only seeking for truth and nothing but. So please support the Guild, please spread the news, sign up, and hope to see you all very soon.